Master Dorf and Master Richterfield, we here at Mount Hope are thrilled to have you with us on this festival day.
And we thought, as our gift to you, that we could perform some of our favorite stories from the book written by your countrymen, the Brothers Grimm.
Grimm's fairy tales, wunderbar!
Really? Children's stories?
Oh, come, Hans, it will be merry on Mr. Pageantry.
Good people, do you wish to see a fairy tale pageant?
Then we now present the story of Cinderella.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Cinderella. She had a wicked stepmother and wicked stepsisters.
We are wicked.
I'm so sad! They were so wicked that they would not let her go to the prince's ball with them. Oh, but I want to go! Everyone says the prince throws the biggest balls of them all!
Later that night, she was visited by her fairy godmother.
I am your fairy godmother. Here, take this beautiful dress and this coach made out of a pumpkin and go to the ball. Hooray! At the ball, she met the prince.
Purple rain, purple rain. I am very handsome. You are quite beautiful.
But just as they were getting to know each other, the clock struck midnight, forcing her to flee, leaving behind a glass slipper.
My love, come back! You dropped something!
The next morning, the prince began his journey through the kingdom, searching for the maiden.
Boring!
Nine, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah, English actors, we mean no disrespect, but clearly you're using the wrong storybook.
There is all the unnecessary violence, the bloodshed or gory consequences.
I don't understand. We're reading from Grimm's fairy tale.
I see the problem. This is a new edition for weak and overly sensitive young minds. Look, it says right here for ages 4 and up.
Yeah, you want the original, which is for ages 5 and up.
Oh, I have an idea. May we take over the narration?
Well, all right.
Wunderbar! And so the prince went through the land, trying the glass slipper on every maiden he saw. When he reached Cinderella's house, he met the stepmother out front.
Have you any daughters whose foot might fit this slipper?
Just a moment.
She took this slipper to her first daughter, but the girl's foot was too big.
It won't fit.
I have the solution.
And so she cut off the girl's big toe in order to make her foot fit the shoe.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is the original story, you see?
Oh, he's right. It's all in there. Carry on.
The stepdaughter went to meet the prince, but the prince saw her limping and realized the deception.
Have you any other daughters?
Let me see.
Ow! It won't fit.
Your foot is too big. But I have the solution.
Grease.
Something like that.
And so she cut off the girl's heel. The girl went to meet the prince, but as she mounted his horse, he noticed a small trickle of blood from within the glass slipper.
Gross. Anyone else?
At which point Cinderella appeared and tried on the slipper. It fit perfectly.
Truly, you are the bride for me!
And so he swept her up onto his horse and took her to his castle to prepare for a magnificent wedding.
And they all lived happily ever after.
Time! The story's not yet finished!
But Cinderella found her prince.
Yeah, but the true fairy tale is not complete until the wicked receive justice.
A true fairy tale's not complete.
On the day of the wedding, the evil stepmother and stepdaughters attended, hoping to curry favor with the new queen.
Cindy, it's us. Look over here.
But, as punishment for their cruelty, a flock of birds swooped down from the sky and pecked their eyes out, rendering them blind.
Help us! We can neither see nor walk.
And Cinderella took pity on her sisters.
Oh, you poor things. Here, this will help you get back on your feet again.
And and all lived happily ever after.
Oh, well told, Hans, well told.
Thank you, Groma. Good English people, would it be alright if I continued and told you my most favorite of all the Grimm's fairy tales? It has even more blood! Wunderbar! And now presents a tale of the robber bridegroom. Once upon a time, there was a woman who lived with her 3 daughters. They were very poor, but the woman dreamed of one day marrying one of the sisters to a rich husband and solving all their problems. One day, a handsome young man came to the door.
Good day, I seek a bride.
The mother looked at the man's fine clothes and rejoiced, for surely this rich young suitor was the answer to all their problems. She called for her eldest daughter.
Yes, Mother. This gentleman seeks a bride. Sir, will my eldest suit your needs?
When she presented her eldest daughter, who was innocent and sweet.
Magnificently. Will you come to my house and be my wife? We will be married this Sunday.
And so the man took his bride-to-be to his house on the other side of the forest. When she first entered, she wept to see such finery.
Oh, it's beautiful.
All of this can be yours, but there are 2 things I ask of thee in return.
Anything.
First, take this egg and see that no harm comes to it. It will be 20% of your final grade.
Strange request, but all right.
And second, do you see that door over there?
Yes.
Never go in it.
And with that, he gave his bride-to-be a kiss and left her alone in the house.
I am off to work.
What do you do exactly?
Acquisitions.
The young woman delighted in the luxury of the home, but soon her curiosity got the better of her.
I wonder what is in that room. I see things myself.
And so she opened the door to the room, revealing it was a slaughterhouse! The young girl panicked in her terror, and in her fright, she dropped the egg. And the egg became smeared with all the blood on the floor. Try as she might to clean it, she could not remove the stain. That night, her fiancé returned.
Lucy, I am home.
Hello, husband.
Well, let me see the egg. Lucy, you have some explaining to do. I see from the blood on this egg that you have been in the forbidden room. And now, I must kill you. Ah! This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Really?
No, not really. Ah! Ah!
And so the man returned to the cottage of the woman and her daughters.
Oh, that thing with your eldest daughter? It didn't work out.
Oh no, why not?
Irreconcilable differences. Do you have any other daughters?
Well, yes, you can have my next eldest daughter.
When she presented her middle daughter, who was beautiful and eager and dumb as a bag of hammers.
Where's my older sister? Don't ask silly questions, dearest. Look, you have a husband. Oh, a man.
Oh, she is feisty. She will do nicely. Will you come to my house and be my wife?
And so he took her back to his house on the other side of the forest, where he likewise gave her an egg and told her never to enter the forbidden room.
And now I must leave you, for I am off to work.
Oh, what do you do exactly?
Hostile takeovers.
The middle daughter entertained herself for a while.
Oh, hello, my egg friend. I shall call you Geoffrey the Egg, and you shall be my companion.
But soon grew bored.
Oh, Geoffrey, I'm so bored. I wonder, what's behind that door?
And she too saw the horrors of the slaughter room. Made worse was the body of her dead sister. And she panicked as well. In a panic, she drops the egg. That night, the man returned only to find another egg stained by blood.
Does this mean we can't be together?
it is not you. It is me.
Really?
Really. For you are a sweet young woman, and I am a murderous psychopath. Ha ha! Oh, Hans, look out, you almost got stabbed. Ha! Jeffrey, what are you doing? Get out of there.
No, Jeffrey! We have been best friends for my entire life! Jeffrey!
Yeah. Oh, that marriage didn't work out either for reasons. Do you have any other daughters?
Well, there's only my youngest remaining.
And so she brought out her youngest daughter.
Don't give me that lip. Go.
Will you come to my house and be my wife?
I shall.
But because she was wise and crafty, she resolved to remain on guard, even as the man gave her an egg and told her not to go in the forbidden room.
And now I must leave you, for I am off to work.
What is it you do exactly?
Aggressive negotiations.
Casual.
The young woman was impressed by the riches of the home, but she suspected something was amiss. Therefore, she concocted a brilliant plan.
I must explore the bedroom, but just in case there's something surprising waiting for me, I will set down the egg before I venture inside.
Wow. Truly, she was a tactical genius.
Right? And so, she set down the egg and opened the door to the forbidden room.
Gross.
Clearly, her husband-to-be was wicked. But she was wise and crafty, and so she devised a way to destroy him.
Aha! Thanks!
Well, where is my egg?
Right over here, dearie.
Oh, at last, a well-behaved woman. We will go to the church and be married this Sunday.
But when Sunday arrived, the young woman feigned a slight sickness.
Oh, dear husband-to-be, I'm feeling under the weather. You go along to the church and meet your friends. I'll be along shortly.
Don't be late.
And so, the robber bridegroom went to the church where he began carousing with all his friends. Congratulations, sir! So what is this, wife number 6?
7.
I do hope no terrible accident befalls this one.
Well, the stairs to my house are quite steep.
But unbeknownst to the carousers, the young woman had gone into the forest in secret, disguised as a bird.
Caw, I am a giant bird.
And because of her bird disguise, she was able to speak to a pack of wolves that roam the forest.
Excuse me, how does a bird disguise give you power to speak to a pack of wolves?
Just go with it!
Ahoy, wolf! Look, brother wolf, it is a giant bird.
What a coincidence! I also speak giant bird!
Right. Caw, I know of a place where great peace awaits if you follow me. Sounds good.
I like food!
And so, the young woman led the wolves back to the church, where the man and his friends were still carousing and drinking. She stood at the door.
Caw!
Hey, is that your wife, with murderous intent in her gaze?
No, that is a giant bird.
Oh, all right then. With no further delays, the woman slammed the doors of the church shut and locked them from the outside.
What happened?
Then she opened a window in the back of the church.
Through there, wolf friends, your feast awaits.
And so the wolf snapped through the window and set upon the man inside, tearing him to pieces. All as the young woman sat in a tree outside, watching her life. Then he had been slain, she went back to her old cottage.
Mother, my husband has died of natural causes.
But now the house is ours, and you can come live with me.
Oh, yay! I always knew one of my daughters would amount to something.
Bring a broom though. There's some rooms that need cleaning.
and they all lived happily ever after.
Oh, what a beautiful story, Hans.
Yeah. And it's a very important moral.
That story had a moral?
Oh yeah. Never trust giant birds.
Hans, they are still not grasping the intricacies of Bavarian folklore. Perhaps if I tell my favorite story.
Of course, my friend. Actors, prepare yourselves.
Oh, jeez, right to fin.
Oh, here we go again.
And now, the story of the poor goose girl. Once upon a time, there was an old queen.
Oh, I am a queen. I am so old.
And a young princess, her daughter.
I am a young princess who is so beautiful and full of spirit.
The princess was betrothed to a prince in a faraway kingdom.
Hello, my love. I am the prince. You can marry me, but I live extremely far away. Bye.
When the time came for them to be married, the queen gave her a tearful farewell and one other thing.
Also, daughter, I want you to take this with you on your journey.
And then the queen cut her hand and let fall into a handkerchief 3 drops of blood.
Well, what is this for? It will keep you safe on your journey. Also, take your chambermaid with you.
I am a lowly chambermaid.
The princess's chambermaid was fair of face,
Oh, stop.
so much less fair than the princess.
Hey!
And this left her very jealous. Even though she had sworn to the queen to always protect the princess, she secretly schemed to do her terrible mischief.
Well, that seems a little extreme.
Oh, not at all. It happens all the time. Everyone I have ever killed has hated me for my beauty.
Ah!
As they traveled, the princess rode a magnificent stallion. The princess rode a magnificent stallion.
Just a minute.
You cannot be serious.
We are a magnificent stallion.
Oh, very impressive. The horse's name was Falada, and he was the princess's best friend because, oh, this is my favorite part. Falada could talk.
Oh, I can talk.
It's a talking horse!
Of course.
Of course!
Oh, Falada, how I love you. And I love you, princess. Here, hop on my back and we'll go on wondrous adventures.
And so the princess rode on Falada's back while the chambermaid was forced to walk behind. This did not please the chambermaid at all.
I am extremely upset. Just because she's a princess, she gets to wear nice clothes and make friends with talking horses. I wish I were a princess too.
It was at this moment that the chambermaid was struck by an idea.
Aha! This far-off prince doesn't know what his bride looks like. If I were to take her place, then I could marry the prince and become a princess myself.
And so one night while the princess slept, the chambermaid crept up to her sleeping form. But as she plunged her dagger towards the princess, it struck some sort of magical barrier.
Ow! Oh. Why can I not stab the princess?
It was at this moment that she noticed the handkerchief floating above the sleeping girl.
Ooh, narratively convenient plot device!
Cassis!
The chambermaid realized that as long as the princess had her mother's protection, she would be safe from harm. The next day, their journey took them by a babbling brook.
Babble, babble, babble. I have so many important things to say. I think the weather is just lovely today, although usually I prefer it just a trifle warmer. My dog likes it that way too. Have I told you about my dog? He is just the sweetest thing, and he's a vegan just like me. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Well, chambermaid, will you please give me a cup of water from that babbling brook?
I will not. If you want water, you can get it yourself.
And so the princess dismounted Falada and bent to drink from the stream. But as she did so, the handkerchief fell from her dress and was carried away.
Babble, babble, babble. I am just babbling away. Babble, yoink. Babble, babble. CrossFit is the ultimate exercise regimen. I cannot
When the princess returned, the chambermaid immediately realized she no longer had her mother's protection.
Now you must change clothes with me, princess,
For you shall be the chambermaid, and I shall ride your magical horse and marry your far-off prince. And if you tell anyone the truth, I'll kill you!
So the princess and the chambermaid changed clothes.
Okay. I hope my clothes fit you.
Oh, they'll fit. Okay. How do you...
It's easy. Let me help you.
That's so fancy.
Oh, you look so beautiful in my clothes.
Thank you.
Why? Even though that we have changed clothes, I still think the prince will recognize me by my beauty.
You are still quite beautiful. Let's fix that.
What? Oh!
And so the chambermaid beats the princess most horribly. When she was finished, the chambermaid climbed onto Falada's back.
Ooh, wow!
How do you work this thing? Quite easy.
Oh, Ma! Princess, you're much heavier than you were before.
All right, that's not necessary.
And so they traveled to the gates of the prince's kingdom.
Ha! My princess! You have arrived! You are slightly less attractive than I was expecting.
Wow! You know, your fairy tales have a lot of body shaming going on.
Really? So far we've had stabbings and gore and mutilations, but that is your problem with the story?
No, she has a point. Words matter.
Isabel, because the prince was the victim of being raised in an antiquated social system with outdated views on morality and attractiveness, he equated beauty with royalty.
I am not woke.
Therefore, when he compared the chambermaid to the princess, he mistook the chambermaid to be his bride.
Huh. Welcome, my love. And who is this?
Oh, this is just some beggar girl who won't stop following me. Give her a job outside of the city.
Very well. You can feed the geese in my farms outside of town.
Excuse me, I have a few thoughts on the subject that I think you might want to hear.
Did that horse just speak?
No. Horses can't talk. I can talk. Although, you know what would make the best wedding present ever?
What?
I would love the taste of some horse meat pie.
Oh, no! Where are you going to get the horse?
You have strange taste, but so be it.
And so the prince ordered that Falada be slaughtered.
Here, horsey, horsey, here, horsey, horsey. Who's that good horsey?
Good horses.
Right.
Let's cheval.
Swing your razor wide, sweetie. Yeah, we kill the horse. But because the princess could not bear to be apart from her best friend, she affixed the horse's head to a pike outside the city gate so she could walk past him every day.
I don't think we're sending the right message about animal cruelty. Still, the view from up here is pretty great.
And so every week as the goose girl brought the geese to market, she would pass the head of her best friend and say,
Oh, Falada, how it pains me to see you there. Oh, it's no picnic for me either, sweetheart. Love you.
But one day, the prince was walking by the city gates, and he heard a strange noise.
Hey, Prince! Over here!
Is this horse speaking to me?
Stop talking to me.
Gross.
Have you ever noticed the goose girl who comes to market once a week?
I think so.
Well, the next time you see her, take a really good look at her.
Well, that's a strange request. But I'm in the habit of taking the advice given by disembodied horses, so all right.
And so the next time the goose girl brought her geese to market, the prince gave her a very close look. And he declared that she was the most beautiful woman he had ever seen.
Your beauty It astounds me. And since, again, I am the product of a misogynistic and shallow culture, I declare that only a true princess would have such beauty. Which means you have been my princess bride all along.
Oh, it's love! It's true love!
And so the princess told the prince all about her terrible ordeal with the chambermaid, and together they concocted a plan. That night the prince was having dinner with his wife.
You look nice this evening, my love.
Whatever, husband.
I have terrible news. It would seem that one of your servants has been stealing from you.
What?
I know, right? Now, what sort of punishment do you think would be appropriate?
Kill her immediately! No, not immediately. Do it slow. First, drive sharp nails into her feet so that she cannot run away. Then, take a rusty dagger, plunge it into her stomach, and pull out her intestines.
Go on.
Then give her a paper cut between the fingers.
Oh, wow, that's
Then
cruel.
squeeze lemon into the cup.
Yeesh.
Then wrap her intestines around her neck like a scarf and plunge hot needles into her eyes. Then rip out her tongue and force her to sing "I'm a Little Teapot." And only then shall you cut her throat.
At which point the prince opened the door to reveal the true princess, dressed in all her finery.
Ah! What are you doing here?
I am reclaiming the love that you so wrongfully stole from me. And now you have just pronounced your own sentence.
This might take a while.
And so the chambermaid was forced to endure every torment she herself had devised.
Yeah!
First, they nailed her feet to the floor. Then they took a rusty dagger and plunged it into her stomach. And then they pulled out her intestines. And then they played Bavarian jump rope.
This is a really weird feeling!
Next, they took a piece of parchment and cut her between her fingers.
Please, no.
Then they squeezed lemon juice in the cup. Next, they took fiery hot needles and plunged them into her eyes. Clear! And then, they ripped out her tongue. Then they forced her to sing, "I am a little teapot."
No, sing for me! I'm a little teapot, doing it now. Here in my hand, no, here in my mouth. When I get all steamed up, then I stop. Tip me over and pour me out.
Oh my God, just kill her!
I completely regret this plan. Mercy!
And finally, they slit her throat.
All is well that ends well, my dear. And now that I've found you at last, we shall live happily ever after.
And so they did. Now, wasn't that the most beautiful story you have ever heard?
Pay them no mind, Gruber. Poor English simply have no understanding of good culture.
Well, how about you, good people? Did you enjoy our stories? Oh, thanks, Lee. And we thank you for coming out to the bloody best fairy tales you have ever heard. A hand for the English actors. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks you so much.